Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to your Business Accelerated. I am Attorney Shaune B. Arnold. I'm your host this week and every week here on your Business Accelerated. You are wondering to yourself, what is she doing on your Business Accelerated? Well, I am a California business attorney, and that means that as we deal with legal and business issues here on your Business Accelerated, particularly the legal issues, I want you to be aware that I'm a California business attorney. And so if you live somewhere else, I recommend that you take whatever legal information I give to you and take it to an attorney in your jurisdiction so that you can find out if there are any differences between the law where you are and the law where I am.
I also invite you to visit me on my other podcast, Legal Biz Cafe. On that show, we deal with the mindset issues that can stop you in your tracks and keep you from building a business that you will absolutely love. When you listen to Legal Biz Cafe and your Business Accelerated, you are getting mindset and skill set enhancement that will help you catapult yourself clear into the next dimension with your business. You'll find your success.
I am so excited to talk to you today about guaranteeing your success. Now, you know that my motto is maximize your competence to get the confidence you need to succeed. That is something that I've always believed in. There are 5 steps that I believe will absolutely guarantee your success. The very first step in guaranteeing your success is that you have to be clear on what you want. Now, I know this sounds really simple, but, this is where a lot of people get stuck. They want a little bit of this and they want a little bit of that. It's sometimes hard for folks to focus on the important tasks. I have that going on in my own life. I love to practice law, but I hate pounding that billable hour. For me, it's a matter of being clear on the fact that I truly do love practicing law, and so there is a sacrifice, if you will. There is a give as well as a take to the practice of law. I need to be clear that if I want to bring on clients, nurture clients, and work with clients, that means there's going to be a certain amount of time that I'm going to spend in front of a computer or in the library doing things that I don't personally love. What I love about practicing law is working with clients and nurturing clients and all the rest of that stuff. But pounding the billable hour, I don't truly love.
I'm clear on that, and I'm clear on what I have to give up in order to get what I want. I invite you to do the same. It's not easy, but it is really very simple. The president of Procter & Gamble once said that a difficult decision is not a difficult decision because we don't know what to do. He said a difficult decision is a difficult decision because we do know what to do, and sometimes we lack the courage of conviction. Having clarity is going to give you the courage you need. Now, once you have clarity and you have courage, you may be experiencing some conflicts in bringing what you want to fruition. That's number 2 in our 5-step formula for guaranteeing your success. You need to clear away any conflicting emotions concerning what you want. You have to, in order to have your conscious and unconscious minds working in alignment with one another. See, we have 2 parts to our minds. You've heard me talk about this before. In our conscious mind, we're aware that we need to go to the bank today. We're also aware of what our phone number is. But let me ask you a question before I just mentioned your phone number to you. And I know you undoubtedly thought about it. Where was it? Where was that information? It was sitting in your unconscious mind.
Notice I didn't say subconscious mind. In NLP, your unconscious mind is not less than. NLP supposes that for you to think your unconscious mind is in any way sub, you may be tempted to think your unconscious mind is somehow less than your conscious mind, but it isn't. It's very powerful. Your unconscious mind is where your beliefs are held and your values are stored. Your unconscious mind holds your memories. That's how you were able to pull up your phone number. It was stored as a memory. There are so many things that are held in the unconscious mind that most of the reason why you act when you act, most of the decision-making process on that action is made on the unconscious level. This is why you need to be very clear that you don't have any conflicting emotions. Here's an example. How do you feel about money? You want to be successful, and yet you think money doesn't grow on trees. You may also think the love of money is the root of all evil. Somewhere deep inside, you believe people who love money are greedy. If you have negative connotations surrounding money, I invite you to listen to Legal Biz Cafe. I did an entire meditation on money as an energy source. Money has its own energy grid. We literally plug into that energy grid, and abundance as the very nature of this universe. I'm sorry, I cannot buy into the notion that money is somehow bad, or that the use of money is somehow bad, or that the collection of money is somehow bad. Everything of any significance that I want to do for anyone will take some amount of money. It's not about the money. It's about what you want to do with the money. So how do you feel about money? Do you have conflicting emotions about it? If you do, then you need to clear those negative emotions that you have attached to money. How about prospecting as it pertains to cold calling, networking, and approaching strangers to do business with you? How do you feel about that? Does that sort of give you the heebie-jeebies? Does it kind of make your shoulders ride up? Does it make you feel a little uncomfortable? Because if it does, then you have some emotion attached to that. And your unconscious mind is where your emotions are stored.
As I say the word prospecting or the phrase cold calling, the words networking, money, and success, what emotions come up for you? Do you get a little tight? If you do, then there's something there, and you need to clear that energy.
There are two things that may need to happen. Number one, you could need to just clear that energy and clear up your beliefs about money. Number two, you may need to go one layer deeper than your beliefs and go down to your value system, which represents those things that are important to you in the various areas of your life. How do you feel about money? How do you feel about prospecting? How do you feel about success? Are these concepts in your top values tier? I ask you this question because your top 5 values drive your behavior in any given area of your life. Again, your top tier values drive your behavior, so that if prospecting is not in your top 5 values, if money is not in your top 5 values, if success is not anywhere in your top 5 values, then you will not be automatically driven in that direction on a daily basis. It's your top 5 values that tell you what you're doing when you get out of bed in the morning.
I invite you to do some examination of your values and beliefs so that you can get out of your own way and success can become automatic. This will happen because you will be programmed to succeed. You will guarantee your own success. You can either reprogram your mind through NLP or you can do it through therapy and hypnosis. There are a number of ways talking with someone. You can have very revealing questions asked of you. For example, if your problem is that you're afraid of money, you're afraid of prospecting, you're afraid of success because you think that the root of all evil is the love of money. If you believe that rich people are greedy people, if you believe that successful people are just not your bag, or that success is just not your calling, that it's always been so difficult for you and it just is not meant for you, then introspection is definitely in order. If you want to make an impact in this world, if you want to change lives, then you have to change how you feel about money, prospecting, and cold calling. Step number 3 in guaranteeing your success is to make a plan. You know, it has been said that some people love to do fire ready, aim. And, you know, in some instances, It makes sense when you are prepared, when you have a level of understanding and knowledge whereby fire ready aim is really an estimated guess. And that estimation is based on empirical evidence and research. Then you can go fire ready aim. Other than that, my suggestion is for you to make a plan so that you understand where you're going. You need to have a plan for your business and for your personal life as well.
Step number 4 in guaranteeing your success is to always work through a brain trust. That means a board of directors. Build a mastermind group. If you don't have one, organize one. People are hungry to hook up to joint ventures in order to brain trust with one another. Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich, and then again in Outwitting the Devil, tells us to build a board of directors. He didn't call them a mastermind group. Rather, he called them a brain trust group. Build them so they can help you think your way through the issues. Make sure that you're building in CPAs, attorneys, and marketing specialists, and people who have expertise that you do not have. You are the talent in your business. Let the business be in the hands of people who can help you run it. The fifth and last step in absolutely guaranteeing your success is to have an accountability partner to keep you on track. Now, this might be your board of directors because you have committees that come out of the board of directors. And the committees then report to the board of directors, and the chair of the board of directors is you. This could also be just in a buddy system, you and a friend who are each starting your own enterprises, or each building your own enterprises, or each finding that you've worked your way into a corner and you need to fix your enterprise. And you hold each other accountable for doing the things that you need to do on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis in order to get where you decide you're going to get to in your plan. If you don't have a board of directors, if you don't have a buddy, I recommend you get a coach. Every world-class performer has a coach. It's critical because you can't see the picture when you're in the frame. You can't see the forest for the trees. And, it's very true. If I were my own attorney, I would have a fool for a client, right? So get yourself a coach and work with them weekly. It really depends on how intensely you need to work with them in deciding how to schedule your sessions. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining me this week on your Business Accelerated. I am Attorney Shaune B. Arnold, reminding you, as always, to maximize your competence, to get the confidence you need to succeed. I invite you to follow me on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter X. In all of those places, my moniker is SHAUNE.Arnold. I look forward to seeing right back here again next week on your Business Accelerated. Bye-bye, friends.